Get in the greatest club competition in world football. Get in. Up the Reds. Mackey's Cup champions, KFC champions, whatever you want to call it. The Community Shield. First trophy down of the season. And yeah, fantastic. It was worth watching after Haaland skying that opportunity, wasn't it, Connor?
One of three,
Woo.
was it? One of three?
Yes.
I think it's still in Rosette. Trying to come back down from grace. But yeah, 50p trophy, freaking get in.
Get in. It's in the trophy cabinet as well. Pulling away from Manchester United even further. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Get to all your chat comments as well. If you are watching the video, make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you are new and smash the like button as well for the Reds. Absolutely phenomenal performance as we'll analyse tonight, me and Connor. Most importantly, get your comments in if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube anyway. Get them in and we will be replying to every single one of you. And if you are watching in the repeat, always leave a message because me, Connor, or chat, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I always do reply to every single one of his messages as well. Smash that like button. Everyone's 13 of yous in. Takes 2 seconds. But to get to all your comments as well, told you la. Darwin Nunez, evening Jack, evening Helen. It's good to be there. It absolutely is as well. Don't talk about my number 27, F. Haaland. Go ahead, John. Hello, John, as well. Absolutely. Ahmed's get in, mate. Phenomenal performance. Nunez will be a handful for defenders and a mouthful. 100%. But we'll speak about that main man anyway, Salah. There's so many great performances, really. But Darwin Nunez, the instant impact off the bench.
That's what we all wanted, didn't it? I think out of everyone, I think all of us, that was a big debate about today, wasn't it? You know, who would start? Would it be Bobby Firmino, Darwin Nunez? And we said whichever one comes on will have a big impact no matter what. And, well, it was plain to see Darwin Nunez, you know, did what, you know, we expected of him. Come on, did the business, you know, got Mo's penalty, got the winning goal.
I tell you what, me and Connor and yous at home, we were screaming at the telly. If that penalty didn't get given for us, like, mate, it was like City against Everton all over again, like last season. It was the most blatant penalty I've seen in my life. And the fact that it took so long to give it was quite an embarrassment in terms of the officiating. But as you said there, Connor, instant impact. That's what we've been wanting. That's what we're hopefully getting in Darwin Nunez. We'll speak about the finish a bit later, but he's there putting his head down where it is quite dangerous in terms of obviously the on-rushing goalkeeper and the defenders. A lot of attackers would probably jump out of that challenge as well. Love how the City fans are fuming about celebrating. It's everyone that was going, oh, you've won the League Cup and the FA Cup. That's what part of being a football fan is. Regardless if you're in League 2, Champions League, Conference football, whatever standard, there's the whole point of you supporting a team, regardless of who you do. You're in this competition not to celebrate fourth, not to celebrate finishing second or 10th or 19th or wherever. It's about winning trophies at the end of the day, and important trophies as well.
Well, at the end of the day, it's putting the season on a good start already, and it's like it shows off what Liverpool did from last season and being able to be in this competition. You know, obviously there's only, you know, what the Premier League winners and the FA Cup winners, and obviously if it's both teams, then it's obviously first and second in the league. But you know, the fact that today you go by the game, if you watch the game, you know,
phenomenal first 45 minutes, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant game overall, you know, for Liverpool, because when you think about it, the only time Liverpool properly switched off was when City scored. And that was the only opportunity they had. And we said it on the watch along. We said that City, for me, I think this is a massive eye-opener for City that, you know, like we talked about yesterday's video about, you know, of course, Erling Haaland.
Integrating Haaland into the system and everything.
Haaland is going to take time to gel. You could tell that. Kevin De Bruyne was getting massively frustrated with, you know, Erling Haaland earlier on. And again, it's going to be that time where it's going to take time. You look at Darwin Nunez, comes on, makes an impact straight away, and is practically the hero of the game. And that's exactly what we planned. And City are going to, you know, they're going to pay the price, I think, for, you know, relying on Erling Haaland so early on.
Yeah, and for me, and we've called it, as you said there, I love Gabriel Jesus. As much as he played for City, he was a phenomenal player. And I think Arsenal have done great to capture the services. And time will tell. I think Pep Guardiola probably will react after today. I think he wants Cucurella in the door and probably a lot more other players as well. But fantastic, you got to do as well. Didn't Trent and Thiago ooze class today? 100% there, Paul. I think I said on the watch along, didn't I, Paul, and chat? Thiago, easy man of the match for me. Absolutely phenomenal. I know Salah we'll get through all the players. And shout out to Jordan Henderson. I know he's not. It's Jordan Henderson. He had a fantastic game. Absolutely phenomenal. He set the tempo. He was the first man within the first couple of seconds of the game until he was subbed off. The constant pressure, the harrying, most importantly, the quality on the ball as well. He was absolutely fantastic, and that's what you want. Yeah. Regardless if it's Henderson or anything, we started off quite strong, didn't we, today, Con?
Yeah, no, we did, and that's we said about it on the watch along. Liverpool never play high intensity straight away against Manchester City. I think the only time we've ever seen that is the Champions League when we battled them through.
And even the FA Cup semi-final. Last season.
I forgot about that. Even though we won it. But it is that. It's the fact that Liverpool, today we went high intensity. We went, okay, we'll see what we can do. And for me, we battered City in that, especially in that first half.
Because it's usually City that do control the games, and we've seen them over the last couple of years. That's what they do so well.
Well, we've seen plenty of times like the likes of Edison and Cancelo making mistake after mistake. And it wasn't just multiple mistakes. It was
just sloppy.
It was the same mistake constantly. It wasn't, a different variety of mistakes. It was just constantly the same sort of idea that they had in their mind, and it just kept on not working for them. And they never changed from that the entire game.
Yeah. Don't get me started on Haaland. I hope everyone's got spends the night tonight editing Haaland clips like everyone did about Nunez. Well, not too bad of a start, is it? But I think that ball's still travelling outside of Leicester. It's in the stratosphere somewhere. Nice one for that, John. Absolute legends. If anyone's going the game tomorrow, enjoy it as well. And obviously, safe travels to the Liverpool fans and obviously, of course, the Manchester City fans as well. Hopefully, everyone gets home safe and everything. Liverpool win the league. Fingers crossed, Gary. It's the idea. Long way to go. Long season, as we all know. But it's been a good start to the season, to confidence. 12 years ago, City would bite your hand off for that. But yeah, me and Connor were saying, as we were saying last night, chats, since 2006, Liverpool last won this competition. So again, it's a trophy some of our lads, well, the majority of all of our lads haven't won, and Jurgen Klopp hasn't won it before. I think Trent said in the interview he's been to 3, obviously, charity shields, and he's got it over the line.
Well, it is the one that has missed Liverpool the last. Well, it's the one that Jurgen Klopp's not been able to win. As of yet, and now he's done it all. And now, technically, he's won everything there is to win in English football.
It's that habit as well. Me and you, and quite a lot of our generation grew up watching United just win absolutely everything. But winning breeds winning, regardless of whatever competition it is. It's getting that taste, and then you can go, and then it makes you more hungry as well. And he just sets it up so perfect. I got a year ago, Lan, and Connor 100. Yeah, you did, Gary. Haaland with a miss of the season before it started. Data. I did have a picture up, but I haven't got it sorted. But get in, Lalu, get in the red. Smash that like button as well. Everyone's already smashed it already. If you are new around here on Facebook or YouTube, hit that follow button or the subscribe button. We do go live every single day for all LFC content and football content in general. But get in, Lalu. You enjoyed that, mate. I know you would. Joan, absolute legend. Mo Salah, get in. You run out of superlatives to describe Mohamed Salah, but it's absolutely phenomenal. To give him, you can see a whole world and weight has been lifted off his shoulders. We knew that contract was doing his head in last year, Connor, and he started off the season like a house on fire, really, in terms of the amount of times he'd put Cancelo on his backside, and even obviously the link-up play with Nunez. I know it was only for a short period, but those 3 looked quite lively. Even Bobby Firmino. I ask you, Bobby was your man of the match, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Bobby was my man of the match. I thought he was the best player on the pitch for the 60 minutes he was on. I think the tactic worked perfectly in terms of, we've spoken about impact play. We've spoken a lot as well about, how Liverpool would play with Roberto Firmino in it. And every single thing in that final third that needed mopping up, Bobby Firmino did, plain and simple, and allowed the likes of Luis Diaz and allowed Mo Salah to go on those runs as well. I was a bit frustrated with Luis Diaz at times, today, not getting his head up. But again, that will take time. It will take, you'll learn throughout the season. But in terms of overall play, Liverpool were miles better than City today.
Yeah, we look like a team, as we said,
and we look like a team that's fully had pre-season.
Yeah, City look like they just turned up yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah,
and I think Pep Guardiola be telling his coaching staff they need to put the work in, really. But that's City. The last couple of seasons, that's the thing Pep does do. I've noticed over the last couple of years, speaking to a lot of City fans as well, I've listened to them, and he said Pep doesn't typically go for a lot of pre-season games, but it's worked well for them in the past, so why change it, really? That's all the confidence the striker needs. Is from Rob. He's just played the first or second best team in the league, and he scored and won a penalty. Might be a good time to put a bet on him for 20 goals. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, La. Thiago on 10. Lalu's giving him a 10. For me, it was just a typical Thiago game, and that's what you want, especially against Man City and Connors and chat as well. You can't give City so much like possession. They kill teams with the ball anyway, but Liverpool in the right areas and the right moments today, we stifled Manchester City's potential, creating creative runs going forward as well. But Haaland was making those runs, but Liverpool's high line was absolutely fantastic, and it was, as Connor said, De Bruyne, Grealish. It's like new system for Haaland, and it's getting used to it anyway. So he will eventually get there.
But we said, didn't we? And we said on the live watch along as well. City, for me, I think will cost letting go of Gabriel Jesus. We said it. They don't like Grealish, for example. He looks like you know what he's going to do before he's even done it. And unlike with the likes of Mahrez and even Sterling as well. And I think we didn't even mention Sterling as well on the watch along. That for me is a big one. The fact that the creativity that those two would just create off is something different for City. Look, Alvarez might come in and look, he scored against Liverpool today. Should have counted. Who cares on that? But it's that. Do they really see him as that Gabriel? His
big shoes to fill.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, does City have to go into we talk about midfield for us. Do City have to go back into the market for another forward? Potentially, of course they don't need to, but you look on the.
They've got the money. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they will. But spot on there, Con. Say, Joe North. How you doing, Joe North as well? Absolute legend. Thank you to every single one of you for tuning in. Already on 30 likes, we can get to 100 likes, everyone. Smash that for the Reds. Keep on getting your comments in. We will be getting through every single one. And if you are putting your comments in, making sure I am not missing any of them anyway. So I am still reading them all out. What a great win. Love you, Reds, lads. You never walk alone, Dawn. Hope you had a lovely evening, everyone, wherever you watch it with your family or your mates or whatnot. Look after yourselves. I forgot how much I love Joel. Absolutely. No, Scholes, he's not a donkey. He's the GOAT. He is a GOAT. The Ballon d'Or. 100% lost. He's not a donkey. There was a donkey playing up front for Manchester City today. So, no. And his name wasn't Joel Matip. Big up Glasgow Reds. Big up John as well. Please say hi, Joe. Nice one, Joe. Big up Ricky. What do you start next week, Nunez or Bobby? Do you?
No, it's Bobby.
For me, Bobby. But it's you can't keep Diaz off the pitch. This is what we've wanted. We want a headache for Jurgen Klopp.
But we want impact as well, and as we've clearly seen today.
Yeah, especially when we've not got Jota. If Jota's not on the bench, and obviously we will be missing him for a couple of weeks, if a game's being difficult, you can bring Diaz on. Nunez, sorry.
Well, let's be honest, and guys, answer this in the chat as well. Yeah. If Jota was fit and you had the choice of Jota, Bobby, or Darwin, who would start the season? In my opinion, it would have been Jota that would have started the season, and then it would have allowed Darwin to ease in slowly. But now with, of of course, Jota being out for what looks to be a while now.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
You know, I think Nunez's development will be rushed a little bit, but not to the extreme levels of, all right, just shove him in against Fulham.
Yeah.
Don't think that's going to happen. But if it happens,
play them all, chat, if we can get them on. We've got 5 subs. Yeah, throw Bobby on, throw Salah on, throw Diaz, throw Carvalho, throw them all on. Especially at Fulham will be shitting themselves, like, really. Pardon my French.
It's like, what on earth are we turned up?
Yeah, Fulham are like, welcome to the Premier League. Tell you what, I can't wait for that. It's not too long ago.
That would be the benchmark, though, if we went to Fulham and battered them.
Well, it's Fulham now, isn't it? The biggest yo-yo team in Premier League history, isn't it?
Newly promoted, new side to the Premier League. Well, I say new side, but like, you know, a home ground as well. First game of the season, it's going to be bad.
So like Carvalho's going to play, cut in from the left-hand side and bang one, and then start shushing the Fulham fans. Yeah. But yeah, Ricky, it was a trophy, Jack, lad, 100%. Never forget the way Arsenal celebrated. Tell you what, Ricky, they're still celebrating it now, mates, anyway. Big up John, big up Susanna Hello. Nunez will outscore Haaland. Big shoes, that. Gary as well. They're both done. I know we can joke about Haaland, but he'll do well, Haaland, this season. He's going to get chances. I know it's good to take the Mickey because City, it's all about a bit of banter anyway, but I think Nunez and Haaland will do fantastic in the Premier League this season. Both players will be getting so much service. See you just subs, nice one as well. Already got to bet him to score 30. John, is that in the Premier League, John, or in all comps? Tell you what, that research.
I'd like to know the odds on that.
Yeah, big up Liverpool as well. Big up everyone. Absolutely so many of you in the chat here. That's what I love to see. Absolute legends. Hi, lads. Chat, get your man of the matches in anyway. I want to know your thoughts and really what you thought of the game. What really mostly impressed you about the Reds today? Obviously, we spoke about Nunez, the impact he's had. Salah, absolutely toyed with City at times. Jack mentioned as well, Liverpool's defence was absolutely superb, imperious, really. As we said, we spoke about this last night. We spoke about Joel Matip, and I felt Joel Matip would pocket Erling Haaland, and he did. As good as Ibu Konate is, and as good as Joe Gomez is as well, we got two of the best centre-halves in the whole of Europe, in Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk. They're absolutely phenomenal. Joel Matip was the most underrated centre-half in the whole of Europe.
Yeah, no, he is. I'd even go so far to say there was an underrated player in Europe, full stop.
Yeah.
It's the fact that...
So it's only because he gets injured. If he was a bit more...
he hasn't been injured for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it. And it's like, well, you know, you look at... And again, we said it yesterday on both of our previews. We were like, whoever plays alongside Virgil van Dijk will be sound with, because we're happy with both Ibu and Joel Matip. But Joel Matip again answered the question of, I'm very, very good at football. And I think a lot of people forgot about that. Now, I think this game as well also answered who we see next week as well, against Mitrovic. And I think that is going to be Joel Matip. I'd much prefer Ibu over a season personally, but I'm not like, get Matip out the team, go and get him out the team. For me, no. I think Joel Matip deserves to keep his place in the
Joel Matip is a Premier League centre-half, and like it was last year, Ibu's a European centre-half, because in Europe we can press that. We love to press at that, obviously the high line, in which, but in Europe, as we've seen over the last couple of years, we just swarm teams.
I think,
and a lot of teams in Europe don't know what to do.
I think as well against like a Spurs or a Chelsea, like, you know, fast-paced forwards.
Yeah.
I think then obviously City, you know, they've got fast-paced players, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it isn't just like lightning counter-attack style football, you know, and I think that's where, you know, you need Matip over maybe an Ibu.
Yeah. It's his presence on the ball as well, which is fantastic as well.
It's the fact that, you know, I can't remember a time, maybe, you know, since what, late 2000s Liverpool, where we'd have a ton of centre-halves where we're over the joy of, you know, watching and playing. You know, obviously Virgil van Dijk is, you know, a god himself, but you look at the likes of, you know, Ibu, Joel Matip as well.
Gomez, he's fully playing at his best football.
And it's the fact that, like, apart from that time back in like the late 2000s where you had, you know, Kara, Skirtle, Hippier, Aga as well, that's the only time in my lifetime as a Liverpool fan that I could remember being happy with everyone so much centre off.
Get Kyriakos back, wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
Do you remember them?
Was it Quartez and
I'm still reminiscing that Carter's overhead kick against QPR. Christ, I celebrated that like we won the Champions League. And Clavan's goal. Don't forget Lord Clavan scoring against the mighty Burnley.
that was like the legendary thing back 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, but we'll quickly run through. And no, Lalu, I don't. Adrian, give him his due. He done absolutely fantastic today. I think he dealt with a couple of the ricochets. But for me, I don't blame Adrian. He's given me a bit more confidence in him. And he couldn't have done much. We'll quickly go through all the goals anyway, but Bobby starts next week. Chat as well. The devastating look on Bernardo's face, so nice to see. I tell you what, I'd love it, Data, if he went to Barcelona, but I don't think he will. Nunez hat-trick at the Craven Cottage as well. Absolutely buzzing, lads. We looked very sharp today. Brilliant performance from all sides. It already. Nunez is going to be a superstar. But as well, Joe, you never walk alone as well. Salah looked good on the right. Then Nunez come on. Agreed. Keep on getting all your comments. But we'll go through all the last goals and then we'll go through it. I thought Thiago, 100% Glenn. He was my man in the match, really. Absolutely imperious. Jack Ireland will bully defenders. He will get goals. So, yeah, he will do 100% there, Ricky. Man of the match for me. Man of the match for Haaland. So Harry. There we go. I'm coming, you bloody Haaland there, Harry. Man of the match for Harry. Salah. His movements and his runs were phenomenal, and it was a great pen as well. Yeah, bottom right corner. But first, we'll mark Harry's comments anyway, but we'll quickly go through all the goals anyway. The first goal come in the 21st minute. It was a great strike by Trent, mate. Obviously, it took a deflection onwards towards the goal, but that's what we want this season. I don't know how you feel, Con chat. We want to see more shots from distance. And that's it was a fantastic strike by Trent.
Well, that's something we've been craving out for the last 2-3 years for opportunities outside the box. And to be fair, Trent took it. I think as Slot said on the watch along that even without the deflection, it's going in either way, which of course is brilliant. But again, it's that frustrated thing where we have been really frustrated. Like just take the shot on, have a go. Instead of to pass back and forth and waste it by a cross. And that's the best thing for me is to go on, take the shot on, and that then creates the opportunity for Liverpool to go on and because look, the goal was massively deserved, but you looked at it at the time. I think we just missed like 1 or 2 opportunities, and you're like maybe it might be 0-0 before half time, and then he just goes on and bangs it.
Happy days. Shush to all those City fans as well. Love it. Go ahead, Trent, lads. But he's typical. He was, I bet you, the stick you do here from rival fans anyway, going to Trent to just go absolutely disgusting. But we'll go to the second goal anyway. Obviously, within the game, it was an absolute scramble. It wasn't offside for me. I don't know what they were looking at, but I felt, and as Connor said, we feel Adrian had 2 hands on the ball. I thought it would have been disallowed, but each to their own anyway. And lucky enough, it didn't really impact the game. But it was a great strike. A good poacher's finish from Alvarez, wasn't it, mate? But as I said, I'm not blaming Adrian for that. He done very well today. Salah, obviously, prior to this, getting the penalty as well, but for the Reds. It was a great individual header by Nunez, and you got in the right angle. And just talk us through that, mate, and then obviously the penalty.
It's going in, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was going in.
Darwin Nunez, of course, against, I think, Ruben Diaz, was it?
Ruben Diaz, yeah.
Again. Just handball. I don't get why it took so long, because it would have took even longer because City went on the counter-attack then, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think it went up for a goal kick for Liverpool. But look, if City scored off that becomes then even more confusing. And of course, I think we still be waiting for the VAR.
Yeah, happy days
to be watching. But again, handball, yellow card. He didn't get a yellow card until he
was mouthing off. Yeah,
but it should have been a yellow card because it was going towards goal.
Yeah, it was going on target. Well, it was going towards goal, wasn't
it? And again, people will just turn and go, "Oh, well, handball, blah blah blah." But it was fantastic movement from Darwin Nunez that created that.
Yeah.
Again, something that a lot of people have criticized him for, the way he hasn't looked like moving anywhere for Liverpool.
It was fantastic.
But the movement today, and the runs that he's made again, it shows that great promise and great determination, and you can tell by that goal as well.
Speaking of determination, queued up perfect there. Obviously, the third goal for Liverpool. Nunez, and prior to that goal, obviously the ball was switched from the right to the left. Andy Robertson, he done something similar within this game, and something that we're hoping for to this season, Reds, as well. If our fullbacks are going at the back post, something that City do quite well in terms of when they switch the ball. But Andy Robertson, the awareness, the spatial awareness to head that across the 6-yard box, that's something we need to do, especially when we've got a number 9 now. And what a finish by Nunez, Con.
Yeah, no, it was a proper striker number 9 goal, something that, again, we haven't had at the club for a very, very long time. And it was a proper number 9 finish. And again, a goal that he deserved, again, from the performance that he created. And again, getting Liverpool another trophy under Jurgen Klopp, when a class as a trophy, or a big, massive 50p.
The Mackey's trophy up to Reds.
But no, at the end of the day, it was the fact that, the movement was fantastic. And just everything about the move as well. Because we complained about, if we watched the live stream earlier, we complained quite a lot about the fact that people were, not making that correct final decision.
Yeah.
But then that goal proved, time and time again, if you keep going, if you keep being determined, you'll end up going.
That comes with more game time as well, doesn't it, mate? Yeah, 100%. Great point there, mate. And as I said, that will come with Nunez as well, and even Diaz, when he learns a bit more Scouse as well, even more fantastic. He can get the instructions off Trent. Just run, lad. Let's get to all your comments as well. But if you haven't already got your man in a match, get them in. We'll read them out anyway, and quickly get your man in the matches in. I know quite a lot of you just quickly going up, making sure I haven't missed anyone's. Apologies if you have missed your comments. I haven't done it intentionally. There's that many bloody obvious, which is fantastic. And if you're watching on the repeats, get your comments in. I will be replying to them. I will feature them in tomorrow's episode as well. Nunez will be absolutely on fire. Thiago was class. Man of the match for Lalu. He's gone between Salah and Thiago. Got very big news coming up on the channel Tuesday. Fantastic that, John. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I think the whole team played excellent. Not one bad player, 100% Paul. Very much a cohesive unit. Probably a load of players that we haven't mentioned, but I had to shout out Henderson because I felt he was massively impressed, especially on midfield. You need to get your midfield right when you're playing City. It's the most important area of the pitch. City are so strong in that area, and they control so many games, and they're absolutely in tip-top form today. Hopefully, we can take that into the Premier League campaign as well. We'll tune into that, John, as well. Thiago was class man of the match, 100% their data. He was mine as well. Daz has gone with Salah or Nunez for his man of the match. No problem. Get in, Ginny. Get in, lad. Get in, son. Get in. Up the Reds. Up the Doug as well. Absolute bloody legends. Obviously, Kenny, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Absolute legends. What a game and what an atmosphere. City didn't sell out the King Power. Come on, the Reds. See you tomorrow at Anfield. Driving back tomorrow and to go to Fulham. Jonathan, safe travels, mate. Obviously, we're at the ground tomorrow, mate, but have a lovely day tomorrow, mate, and safe travels. And obviously, safe travels to the Reds as well. Fantastic result. And Jonathan, hopefully we can take that into this season, mate. But hopefully you enjoyed it today, mate. Pretty sure you have. But I enjoy it, mate. It's going to be an amazing season yet again. And what a start to this year's campaign already. But great results, Hanek, get in. Absolutely fantastic. Rattle through all these comments as well. Doug, was a hard game for obviously Livingston. Nunez was outstanding. He's a man. This man is a handful. That's one way of pulling it, Ricky, innit? It's difficult. Even I'd love to see Con, I don't know, use field chat as well. Even in certain games this season, potentially the combination play between Nunez and obviously Bobby Firmino, if he does play in that position in and around behind Nunez, or if it's Bobby in behind a Jota in certain games.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I think we've spoken about throughout the whole preseason, haven't we? About how a 4-2-3-1 could use for Liverpool, especially against teams like,
playing a low block. Yeah, playing 5 at the back.
Forest, the teams like, the Fulham example as well. But it will be interesting because, again, Liverpool, I feel like this season have about 3 or 4 ways we could play a game.
Yeah.
It's just the fact of the execution part of it. I think, again, I would have liked to have seen it be done in pre-season a little bit. We haven't seen that yet. But again, we didn't see it, in the, was it 18-19 season when we went to that 4-2-3-1 for a couple of months. The season, we didn't see any experimenting throughout pre-season.
A big point was that Tottenham game, though, Conway. But when that was probably one of the most frustrating games. But that is, if you could pick a game over the last couple of years, that was the game at Anfield.
It's the fact that that Nunez goal, the third goal, that is the type of goal that we needed in the Champions League final.
Yeah, just like a little nick off his head and just, Sometimes even the best, sometimes even Salah or like certain players, sometimes you just need that bit of luck. It doesn't have to be the most perfect finish. No. Most finishes, and obviously listen to like Henry and Drogba's and obviously the Sheeders of this world, just say, get in front of goal, put your head down and just hit it. Doesn't matter if it's the cleanest connection. But yeah, you're spot on there, lad. Connor, when will you be live, mate?
I'll be live at 9. Over on the Cop Council.
So make sure you head over to the Cop Council. He's live in 10 minutes. So please do head over there anyway. But big up Evidus as well, mate. Big up to the team. Hopefully we can stay healthy all season and show the same fire all the way through. Fingers crossed, lad. But hope you enjoyed the game, mate, as well. I think Hendo has to be, he was up there. He was my second man in the match, John. I had Thiago first, but I wouldn't give it to... Salah gets too many man in the matches for me. He's that good, so we had to give it to someone different.
Officially, he has been given.
Yeah, Salah got official man in the match, and as I said in my title, he was phenomenal. But Thiago, and then Thiago, Henderson, and Salah were my top 3 players today. But there was a lot more better performances that as well. Hendo was class today. Thiago man in the match, I think, for Paul as well. No team plays a high line against us when Nunez plays. 100% there, Ricky. That's the point. Phil, I can see Nunez challenging Salah for the Golden Boot in the future seasons, but not this upcoming season. Be interesting, mate. So I think the more goals Liverpool add to our team, the more chance we've got of winning football games. That's the most important. Obviously, head over. If you have not subscribed to the Cop Council, please do head over. The link is there. Connor will be live in 10 minutes or so. 5 trophies this season, lads. Yes, we won it 5. We won trophies 5 times.
Is it possible to win 6 this season?
No. Unless they're doing like a canteen trophy or something.
We'll do that. We'll class the Community Shield as this season. We'll win the 4 others, and then next season, we'll class the other Community Shield as this season.
Yeah, go ahead. Rob, I wish I could, lad, but I've got a key light behind the camera, and I am sweating.
It's gonna burst in 10 minutes.
Might overheat. I was at work, but a good day seeing both my teams, Carlisle and Liverpool. Hope you had a good day in work, Chris, as well. Most importantly, every single one of you as well. Thank you to everyone that is tuned in. It's been an absolutely fantastic show. It wouldn't all be possible without every single one of you tuning in, day out. I know a lot of you can't always watch the live streams, but do always watch the repeats and get involved. And me or Con or the guests that are on the channel, on the shows anyway, will always reply. Everyone, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, respectively, smash that like button as well. I know a lot of you already have done, but if you haven't already dropped a like on the whatever platform you're watching, please do that. It massively helps out the channel. It gets it out to more people. Absolute bloody legends. And everyone, enjoy it. Watch the highlights back. What a way to start, Connor. Happy days. Up the Reds.
It could be worse, couldn't it?
Yeah, and we'll be seeing the Reds tomorrow as well. We'll have a post-match for that as well. Yeah. Probably be a little bit of a vlog. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your evening. And thank you once again for tuning in. See you tomorrow for a post-match vlog. That'll be, See you later. Ta-da.